Hey guys, today I want to show you an example of a shade planter. So many of you have been asking for me to show you a shade planter because shade can be really tough. There's not a ton of things that really do well in shade. So I wanted to show you what I'm doing in a couple of my urns. We just moved in recently to this new place, so we just got these placed just a couple nights ago. So one thing I really like to do in my containers before I plant them up is kind of put everything in its pots. Just kind of, it looks a little rough, but I like to kind of lay it out so I can see if I like the way it looks. The first plant I always like to start off with is my centerpiece plant, and for that I'm using a variegated spike. They do equally well in sun or shade. And then for my next layer down, I'm going to use actually a couple of perennials. Perennials do fantastic in containers, and then when I'm all done at the end of the season, I can plant them out in the landscape and they'll just grow and do great. So my first one is a Dolce Blackberry Ice Heuchera, and this plant is so pretty. I mean, look at just the beautiful texture of the leaves. The undersides even are beautifully colored. So this is going to be a great foliage accent in this container. On the other side, I have an Autumn Frost Hosta, which is a smaller statured hosta and only gets about 12 inches tall. So it's going to be a great plant in this container. And then both in the front over here and in the back, I have a Summer Wave Large Violet Terenia, or wishbone flower. These are such a great color in the shade. I was just recently, like in the last couple of years, have kind of been alerted to these flowers, and I wish I would have known about them sooner because they are amazing. And then I've got a couple more spiller type plants, and I've got a Marguerite potato vine, and then I've got a blue Plectranthus in the back because these containers are being viewed from both sides, so it's kind of got to look good from all the way around. Okay, so that was a whole lot of words, a whole lot of information, so now I'm just going to get to the fun part. I'm going to start to plant. Love about this kind of arrangement is that the Heuchera, spike, and the hosta will look great all the way through the fall, up until winter even. The potato vine and Terenia don't like cold temperatures as much, so they'll start to look a little bad, but at that point you can pop them out and put in little pumpkins and gourds or fall decorative stuff and make it look really festive. I love to do that with planters. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys to see some examples of things that do really well in the shade. I know it can get a little bit confusing, like if you were to go to the nursery today and look for this potato vine, you'd look at the tag and it says it needs full sun. Well, I know just because of trying it and because of experience that you can put it in the shade. It just won't get as big as it would if you put it in the sun. And it's just picking up those tips and tricks from other gardeners and learning from trial and error that makes gardening so much fun. So that's it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.